Welcome to our channel. We're the Alaska Kayak Couple. This is our first episode, and today we're taking you with us to Portage Glacier to show it to you from the locals' perspective.
Guys, this is our first episode. I'm Stacy. This is my wife, Stacy. That's Stacy's. Today we're going to take you kayaking to Portage Glacier Lake. It's one of our favorite places to go. It's only about an hour from our place. And we're going to take our boat out for the first time. It's May. It's cold still. It's about 27 degrees out right now, so we got some frost on the boat. But we're going anyway because we only get 4 months of good weather.
It's been a long winter.
Very long winter. So walk you guys up here. We got the boat loaded up. So we've got a Hobie Tandem Island. It's a sailing kayak. There's our annoying little wiener dogs. They're not going with us, but anyway, long, dark, cold winter, and we're ready to go have some fun. Here we go. Okay guys, as you can see, it's a gorgeous day. Sun's popping right now. This is Turnagain Arm. It's a little misleading out there because it looks calm. Kind of want to go out and kayak in that, but extremely dangerous. Fourth highest tides in the world, I believe. Get more tides coming in here. It just gets absolutely treacherous. Looks great right now, but at low tide, that's mostly going to be mud out there. And in the winter time, this is just walls of ice running back and forth in here. So sometimes this is gorgeous, the other times it's absolutely terrifying looking. Okay, so we're turned onto Portage Glacier Road, a couple miles down. We're about 4 miles from the lake. This is Portage Valley, arguably one of the most beautiful places in Alaska. While we're on that subject, came across a couple of idiots driving. I think my wife can agree with me on this one. The #1 gripe for us local Alaskans is people going 15, 20 miles an hour under the speed limit. Gawking at things. So if you're a tourist, you're coming up here, you're gonna rent a car, or even you're local and you're not going the speed limit, get on it, because it's extremely frustrating.
Or pull over, that works too. Get out of the way, off the road.
Yep. When you hear the honking and see the bird, it's time to pull over. All right, you guys, here we are pulling into the lake. Absolutely pristine. Perfect day for this.
It's a little chilly. It's about 32 degrees.
Yeah, there's that.
Which is going to make for a very cold morning till the sun decides to pop over those mountains. There is so much snow down here compared to at home, which only about 45 minutes. It's crazy. It looks like winter here.
Yeah, this is our backyard. We're less than an hour from our house to here, and there's nobody here. We're going to own the lake today. Lots of sketchiness out there. You guys can see all the avalanches in the background. There's vertical faces on both sides of this lake. It's not the type of lake you want to run down to Walmart and buy a $200 kayak and come out here thinking knowing what you're doing.
Can be pretty dangerous if the winds pick up in the afternoon.
Yep, you'll get stranded over there. There's vertical rock faces in the body on both sides, so you're committed once you're out there, and there's no place to beach and get out of weather. And always in the afternoon it picks up. So we like to go out in the morning and pedal and paddle our way out, and then we'll sail on the way back. All right, guys, we're here. We're ready to go put in the water. We've got the boat assembled, trucks parked. It's gorgeous out there. Unfortunately, there is a raft out there with about 4 people in it, so we thought we had the lake all to ourselves, but look at us entitled Alaskans. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
Okay.
So don't judge us on the Crocs.
They're goofy. They serve a purpose.
Yep, they're lame, they're cheap, they're ugly, but they're excellent for this type of thing. As you can see, it's still beautiful. A little bit of wind picking up, but that's good for later on because we can actually sail back. So guys, this is our setup. Hobie Tandem Island, 2-person kayak. We assembled the Aka braces and the Yamas, and we have a trimaran, 20-foot carbon fiber sail. And then we run paddle boards, inflatable stand-up paddle boards on the trampolines for a couple of reasons. It's going to elevate you above the water if you want to lay up there. There are good fishing platforms, and they also double as emergency flotation. Like, we've got them just very loosely bungeed on. We can pull the bungees off, pull the paddleboard out, slide it underneath the Akas, and now you got another 500 pounds of flotation on one side. So if shit's hitting the fan and you're out in some big seas and you're taking on some water and that's what you need to do, then we have that as an option too. Let's see, did a bunch of winter mods on the boat. It's going to be trial and error for the first bit here. I got a manual build system I put in. We got the racks with the fishing rod holders, phone mount, and of course our compass. We did get lost in Tutka Bay last year and couldn't see more than about 40 feet in front of us.
That was a little scary.
Yeah, that was terrifying, but we made it work. So we got a compass and got some more navigation aids. And of course, the most important part of the boat, for those of you that have kids, we got Hey Hey. It's our rubber chicken mascot with a halibut hook in his mouth. What was
anywhere without him? The one time we did, it was the worst trip possible ever, so we will never ever forget him again.
Yep, that was Campbell Lake. High winds, forgot the rubber chicken, and we almost died.
All kinds of issues that day. It was horrible and scary.
So Hey Hey's been with us for about almost 1,000 nautical miles. That chicken's gone on every trip with us in all types of environments, and he's going to be there till we quit or we sink. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get pushed out here, and talk to you here in a bit. You in?
No. Okay, I'm in.
Drop the rudder. Go ahead and start kicking for me. Hand me my pedals there.
Oh.
Go ahead and steer the boat for me. Another good reason to have Crocs is they float. Drop one in, just go back and get it. So as you can see, pedaling, it's got fins that go on the bottom of the boat and they articulate. And it's actually faster than paddling. But in our scenario, we can pedal this boat. I've also got my Kialoa Hawaiian Outrigger canoe paddle, so I can paddle from the back. While she steers. So we can paddle it, pedal it, we can sail it, and we also have a little 50cc Honda motor that drops down into the pedal inserts. Try not to use that. We got to run from weather. Seas are getting big, we'll drop that in and get out of there. Gonna drop in our little 50cc motor. Like I said, it drops right into the pedal inserts. Gives us a good little kick to run from weather. We're gonna test it out now. We ran it last year. Just sat all winter, so I just want to make sure it's functioning and give it a little test run here. Always got to remember the dead man. I sat there pulling on this thing once for a couple minutes trying to figure out wouldn't it start, and I didn't have the dead man on. So you guys, that's the normal kayaking side of the lake over there. The problem with that is, look at the wind and snow loading on that face up there, and that you can see one avalanche that's cut loose up there, and they've got some slides down to the water. If you're on that side and that all decides to break loose, you're screwed, like big time screwed. I mean, if something like that came down and hit the water right there, we would turn into it, and you know, we would crest the wave. The wave's not going to crest, but we would get over the top of it before it got over to shallow water.
You can see where some of it's already cracked, so it looks like it's going to go at some point once it gets a little warmer.
Yeah, it's already gone. There's fracture lines up there. So we saw that raft earlier that was going out, and they were hugging that shoreline, which is absolutely moronic. But if you look to this opposite side over here, this is a fairly clean face. Everything up high up there is sloped so that that's not gonna, there's no avalanche danger on this side, so not concerned about it. So we're gonna hug this shoreline. Normally we come out in June, July, we're always over there. The really cool waterfalls are over there. But we don't want to die in an avalanche on a lake. And this lake is about 600 feet deep. It's all glacial carved, so these vertical faces, they go straight down about 600 feet deep. And they'll never get you out of here if you go in. So yeah. Anyway, beautiful day. If you look around, that's the back of the valley. Around that far corner to the right, we'll crest around that in a bit, and there'll be a big glacier waiting for us. So see you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, this is what I was talking about earlier. As you can see, we've got pretty much a vertical rock face right there. It goes straight down. Opposite side is the same way. So this channel out here is not where you want to be stuck with your $150 aisle 8 Walmart kayak. Weather can turn really quick. I've seen it go from like conditions like this to absolutely fuck you weather in a matter of an hour or two. So you don't want to be on that side of the lake and then weather picks up and you decide to try to outrun the weather. Big rule in Alaska, never try to outrun the weather. So you go prepared. You can hike over Portage Pass, but if you don't have a gun and there's a bunch of snow, I don't advise that. For us, we can handle big water. This kayak will get wet, but we've been in 6-foot seas crossing from Homer to Soldovia and rolling all over the place. I mean, the boat can handle a surprising amount of water, but it is a wet boat, so you got to rain gear up. You're not going to sink. You'll just take some crashing waves. But absolutely beautiful out here. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, it is. And I'm bundled up today in all of my rain gear because it is freezing and I get cold when we use the motor sitting up front here because I just have the straight up wind in my face. So I'm all bundled up today in all of my rain gear.
And I'm in bare feet. I'm warm-blooded, or I guess it'd be cold-blooded. I don't know which one it would be, but I don't get cold. I was going to tell you guys earlier, walking down the trail to the lake, I literally waded out knee-deep in ice-cold glacier water for about 15 minutes, throwing rocks out of the way. Because right now, we don't have a lot of the runoff, so the lake is actually pretty low. So as temperature's warm, all this snow you see on these mountains come late July, it's mostly going to be gone. And all that runoff is going to come down, feed the lake, and it's going to raise the lake up quite a bit.
Yep.
So I had to modify our put-in so we didn't scratch the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, our launch will be a lot smoother going into the summer months. We'll have a lot more water and less rocks to have to deal with.
Yep. And we didn't, normally what we do is we wrap the paddle boards out with bundles of firewood, and we'll go to the back, and there's a really cool place to beach. We'll do an episode back there, and we will build a badass fire right with glacier views, nobody around, and we'll cook whatever,
yep.
Some tomahawk steaks, maybe we'll get trashy and do some hot dogs.
Just
whatever.
have some fun.
But the big thing is the glacier ice margaritas. So you guys saw the iceberg earlier. I got some footage of that. There's gonna be a lot more of those over there, and we'll chip some ice off, throw it up on the paddle boards, and we'll go in, let it rot in the sun a little bit so it cracks easy, and then we'll sit there and make margaritas out of it.
Yep, it'll be fun.
All right, I'm gonna turn the motor back on, and we're gonna run for a little bit and get you close to the rock faces. Hey guys, we weren't expecting this, but we're busting through some ice. That shows you how cold it is. The concern here is the, go ahead and stop that motor. So we're busting through some ice, you can hear it. It's pretty thin, but the concern is the points of our amas, as they're coming across resistance, all those forces are coming backwards and stressing the Aka braces. So there's only 2 rear Aka braces, which in turn taxes the rear Akas, and you can fold those in half. I carry stock aluminum and zip ties to basically make a splint for an Aka if we break one, but this type of ice is not gonna be a problem. We're just taking it easy.
Yeah.
If you guys look up here, look at that avalanche path right there, and look at the size of the cornices up there. That is no freaking joke. So if that top piece up there were to break loose, it's going to come down that chute like a freight train, slam into the water, make a big wave, and that's the type of crazy shit we like to do.
So we're staying far away from that corner.
Turn the motor back on, try to get us out of the ice.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we busted through all the ice, didn't break anything. We're gonna come ripping around this corner here, and you're gonna see a view. This is why we come here. It's absolutely beautiful. So
Definitely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we can't see the other people right now. I think they beached and maybe went for a little bit of a hike back to the glacier itself.
Yeah, hopefully we don't turn around the corner and see a bunch of naked people doing things we might not want to see.
But Alaska.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn the motor on and we're gonna rip around. There it is, you guys, in all its glory, Portage Glacier.
Yep. We might get lucky, see if it calves or anything today.
So speaking of that, you people in your Walmart kayaks, I've actually seen videos of people coming back here in stand-up paddleboards, and you can see directly ahead, big piece has kind of slowly worked its way down. That whole chunk could just fall in at any point in time. Yeah. It's going to create a big wave. But I've seen people on YouTube, complete idiots, right up on that glacier and like looking up at the base of it. You're just going to die immediately if that thing comes down. And then if you guys look over at the hillside, all that rock erosion up there, we're going through ice again.
Yeah, there's a lot more ice right up here.
It's just going to stop us here, which is actually perfect. So that hillside right there, there's some predictions that pretty good chance there's going to be a major landslide right there, rock landslide, in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably highly likely in 10. And that's what happens when these glaciers recede. It exposes those hillsides, and then they're vulnerable, and there's just a massive slide. And the Barry Arm slide is the one that's pretty notorious up here. That's going to affect Whittier and Prince William Sound. If you're out at Culross Passage, when that thing goes, you're going to be in all kinds of trouble. So this one, we like to camp right over there. We'll take you guys over there here in a minute. Beautiful place to camp. The downside to a landslide like that is you could have a big wave ripping through your tent, so you want to find your high ground for your camp.
Not that there is much of that over there, but it's a great place to hang out.
Yeah, and there's those rafters we were talking about. Kind of beached up over there.
Yep. Sure.
So this is about as close as you really want to get. I mean, I would venture a little closer in our boat because we could handle the wave.
Probably won't today, though, just because there is so much more ice over here in front of the glacier. It's just kind of a big wall of it, so I'm not sure if we'll go any closer.
Yeah, and it is calving season.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to keep in mind. And what's impressive about the glaciers when they do calve, it sounds like artillery. Unless you've experienced it, it sounds like bombs going off, howitzer cannons. It's super impressive.
Yeah.
You can actually just feel the shake from it. It's not just some ice falling in the water.
Yeah. We're gonna hang out for a little bit, see if we get any action, and then go cruise around some more.
Hey guys, we're gonna do a moderately close run to the glacier. Still kind of be in the safe zone. If something were to break and there was a big splash, we're gonna whip around real quick and get facing into it so we can power through it. But you don't really want to get too much closer than this in regards to that glacier. Because the other thing you have to take into consideration is ice debris. When that thing comes down and falls and it calves, there's like shrapnel, ice shrapnel that will go 100 yards. I mean, it launches out at you, so it's pretty violent. So here we go. So this is the other side of the glacier. You have that rock knoll in the middle. You know, the glacier obviously used to be way out there and then all the way down in the valley, but it's receded quite a bit. I remember when I was a kid at the Portage Visitor Center where we put in, you could see the glacier around that corner. It was sticking way out.
Yep.
So it's receded quite a bit.
Yeah, it sure has. The only way to get back here now to actually get a chance to see it is if you either get on the little ferry boat that they bring back during the summer months a couple times a day, or to get on some kayaks.
Or you can hike Portage Path, which is directly behind us. COVID kind of ruined that, in my opinion, because you used to be able to go park on the other, right outside of the Whittier Tunnel portal, and on any given Saturday like this where it's beautiful, there'd be like 5 cars in the parking lot and you could hike over and it'd be gorgeous. And then
now you can't even find a parking spot on the side of the road, and then you also now have to worry about your vehicle getting broken into. It's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, hundreds of cars parked. You're going up the hike and there's just lines of people. So
yeah.
And then
none
of them, they get to the top up there and none of them will come down. I mean, some do, they do, but they realize how hard the hike up was. And it's not a real grueling hike, but they'll get up there and then they won't want to hike down to the lake because they know they got to hike back out.
Yeah.
So the beauty of us with our kayak, we're an hour from home. We can put in, if we use our motor, we can be back here in 15 minutes to the glacier. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're pretty damn fortunate.
Yes, we are.
So I got my gun in my chest pack. Lots of bears back here. I've never seen any grizzlies, but lots of black bears. So you don't mess around with them. Even when we were putting in, you know, I had my gun handy. It's that time of year. They're coming out.
They're hungry.
It's got to be cautious with it. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go put in at the beach over there and
stretch our legs a little bit. Yeah, have some lunch, and then we'll get back in.
We have been drinking this amazing cider, if you guys saw that a little bit ago. This is from Seattle Pikes.
Yeah, Pikes Market. The spice, right when you go in, It's a Seattle tea company, I believe, and we just order it. It's great. Makes it really yummy.
All right, guys, we're all beached up. We love this spot. This is kind of our little go-to spot over here. We've got our fire pit back here. Put those rocks out there a couple years ago. The only downside to this spot is if there is a major cave or a big rock slide, when you camp here, you know, you want to be listening for that because you could get overtaken by a wave. But luckily we have that knoll out there that's going to absorb a lot of that energy. I think most of the wave action's going to go to that far shore over there. But beautiful day, no one's out here. We're going to try to go walk kind of around here and then back up there and see if we can get a view of the glacier from some of these areas. They always look easier than they actually are. It's like that waterfall back there, beautiful waterfall, but a little tricky to get to. It's a good time of year to go because the alders are nothing's we don't have leaves and all that stuff on there, so there's good visibility for bears, but still kind of difficult to get back there. So maybe we'll fly the drone back here in a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna go up for a hike here. All right, guys, check out this cool little valley cut here. It's all carved from glaciers. Obviously, you don't want to take a wrong step here. You're gonna eat shit. Pretty cool view, though. Carry on the hike here. Catch up to wifey. Some of these very, very large rocks that are just out of place. You'll see them back on the hillsides and stuff back there. They're called glacial erratics. They're just deposited there from the glaciers moving. All right, so we climbed up this really cool little outcropping here.
Oh, nerve-wracking.
May or may not get back down. Here we are, so you can see our boat down there, beach where we landed. Pretty badass view up here. And then you got this cool creek coming out from underneath the glacier. It's really cool. Is
cave.
Yeah, there's a cave back there. I wouldn't go in it, but
No, especially with all the cracks and everything, you can tell it could go.
Yep.
It's just not safe.
So what's cool about the glaciers in general, like there's some rocks that just moved over there. You guys probably couldn't hear it, but like the whole time we've been out here, glaciers, they creak, they moan, they groan, they do all this crazy stuff because they're constantly moving. And then you'll have a big cave and a release, which is a lot louder, but they're always making weird, like moaning, groaning noises. It's pretty cool. Badass view. You guys can see the wind's picking up, so maybe, just maybe, we're gonna get to sail on the way back. And this is very, very typical. We can feel the wind blasting off the glacier right now. Cold, obviously, but very typical for this lake. You'll go out in the morning when it's glass calm, and then afternoons the wind will come ripping out of that valley off the glacier, and it'll push us right back to where we put in. So it's kind of an ideal scenario. Gorgeous though.
Super peaceful out here. Absolutely love it. Great way to not spend a day at work.
Yeah, I mean, we like our jobs, but this beats work. Check this out, you guys. Hopefully you can hear that. Well, a pretty decent wind coming off the glacier, but got a little closer here to where that creek's coming out from underneath. I think we might sneak down there a little bit and take a closer look. It's like a waterfall kind of pumping out of there. Obviously we don't want to get too close. Really cool back here though. You can see the scour marks on the side of the rock from the glacier. It's just carved away at it. All right, you guys, so this is super cool. We found this edge down here. Much better view of that waterfall. And what else is really cool is you can see that deep blue glacier ice. So I'm gonna venture down a little further. Stacy's gonna stay here.
Make sure that nothing breaks on his head.
Classic man move. She'll yell, hey, you're gonna die. So we're gonna go check this out real quick. Guys, a little closer here. 9-foot stick. Guys, just heard a heavy moan here, so I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't die, honey.
You didn't die. That was a lot of water just running off of it.
There's a ton of water coming out of there.
You can hear all of this over here just crackling. And honestly, all that's running through my head right now is Elsa. She wanted to build a snowman.
Elsa. That's
Thank
funny.
you to our younger daughter.
Yep. Yeah, so it's hard to say how much this is going to recede, but I would not be surprised that crack line right there, this big piece in this face here, a couple years, that's going to be gone. This whole thing will collapse back here and it's going away.
Definitely not going swimming. That's a little too cold.
Yeah. Yeah, especially down there, you end up crushed if that were to go. Super cool though. So here we go, we're gonna continue up here. We're gonna count this as our leg workout for the day. I'd say we did upper body, but we used the Honda most of the way out here, so can't do that. Finding our way back. We're going back a different direction than we came, so we could find ourselves boxed in a little bit and maybe having to backtrack and make some different choices, but we're gonna get there. All right, so we pushed back out. I got the sail out now, so we can see if it's gonna work. We're sailing a little bit. We're not setting any crazy speed records, but good cruising speed. I think once we get out towards the middle and we round that corner, we'll catch a decent wind there. Probably double, maybe triple the speed here. You can really get ripping when there's a good wind out, 10-15 mile an hour wind. You can cruise in this thing. I mean, you're getting close to beating the motor.
Shall I pedal us out a little further?
Yep.
So we can catch some more wind?
So I got the idea of getting a Hobie TI for Alaska. Watching a lot of guys out of Florida run these. Of course, it's a lot nicer down there, but for us up here, we don't want a boat. I grew up on boats in Southeast Alaska and grew up at Homer. My dad built boats. I was always out on the water on boats. Pain in the ass. You got to go in. You got to haul the dang thing around. You got to deal with a slip if you want to go down that road, or towing and putting in. Your fuel costs are astronomical. Maintenance on it, pulling it out, storing it in the winter. Like, this is kind of the best of both worlds for us. We can load this entire setup on the back of our truck in 30 minutes, or actually less than that, and hit the road, and we can put in anywhere. We can go with the wheel setup. Like I said, we can go to a Klutna and run down the trail. We can take it down long trails actually and hit remote lakes, and then it's ocean worthy, so we can do big ocean runs. Our biggest run to date was about 40 miles in one day out of Prince William Sound, and it was gorgeous. It was one of those days where humpback whales, killer whales, seal, you saw everything. That was last month.
Yep.
It's kind of one of those visuals that it's easy to take for granted, being lifelong Alaskans, but you're still just in awe every time you see it. I mean, there's no words for it.
We try to get out and enjoy it as much as possible.
There's something very soothing and relaxing about sailing. You don't have any mechanical noise going on. You're feeling what the water is doing, the air is doing. It's just relaxing. It feels very organic.
You say you want that thing red, I say I want that thing green. Two shots in the air, boom, boom, Darwin. If I pull the trigger, two, we only gonna get one. So find a different way, we gonna set that place. So me say, oh, oh, oh. We only wanna make hopla, we don't wanna go war. We only wanna make hopla, we don't wanna go war. Only make hopla, we don't wanna go war. We only make hopla.
All right, you guys seen Titanic, right? Here we go.
You say you want that thing minus, me say want that thing plus. Two shots in the air, boom, boom, watch your ass. If I pull the trigger, two, we only gonna get one. So find a different way, we gonna set that place. So me say, oh, oh, oh. We only wanna make hopla, we don't wanna go war. We only wanna make hopla, we don't wanna go war. Only make hopla, we don't wanna go war. So only make hopla, we don't wanna go. Yo!
All right, you guys, we're all loaded up. Actually about halfway back home already. Another badass day on the lake. That place just never ever gets old. As you can see, we got this amazing view on the way back. Just a beautiful day.
Yeah, really was. Had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, you want to watch more, hit the like button and subscribe.